Skip ahead to the end of the video if you want to see an interesting surprise. And, well, before we proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you. So if you could just look in the description, scroll down, you'll see I provided everything as chapters. So if you only care about all the collection continuations, maybe only care about all the weapons and tool skins, if you truly wish to skip ahead, just look in the description. It's all provided to you right there. And with that, good day, Ruskin enjoyers. Hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the Rust Workshop skin checks. Now, we've got 113 skins this week, but I've had some more newer skin creators approach me saying, how come I'm not on your list? Well, please be aware, number one, I'm limited to the amount of people I can follow, which is very awkward, yes. You can follow up to 250 people, and I keep reaching 250. I have to keep removing skin creators that haven't made a skin in about several months, and then randomly sometimes they reappear, which only causes more problems. But anyway, point I'm trying to get across is, I'm financially focused. I'm not here working for FacePunch, and this is me doing it all independent, all by myself. I'm only looking at skin creators that have a genuine good chance of potentially getting accepted. If anything, I'm only here to talk about the collection continuations and question whether we want to invest into them or not. So if you're a brand new skin creator, just keep up the good work. If you get your skin accepted, I'll keep track of you. That's how it's going to work from now on. So, okay, cool, understood. So, shall we proceed? Let's get started with deployables. First up, we've got the drone shop fridge. Now, it's a pretty... it looks like a base. A bit of a funny, awkward cuboid shape. But obviously it's a fridge. So, okay, cute. Now, I should point out, I do believe there was a previous version, which we saw a good couple of weeks ago. Yes, it was the food drone shop. This one is the drone shop fridge. That's just it. It's just straight up, just a drone shop. Now, I'm not sure what the differences are between these designs. Apparently, both of them have transparency and glow in the dark. Sure, I guess. I think the transparency is there for the windows. Okay, that's a clever touch. That makes sense. So, yeah, pretty cool, pretty interesting. But now we'll question, do you like it enough to vote for it? So over to here we have the yes or no vote. Just to remind you though, votes do not impact whether a skin gets accepted or not. It's just basically up to FacePunch. But the skin creators can see that. And, well, if you really want to offer some nice kind words, you know, a bit of motivation, you can always go to the comment section. Honestly, keeps them nice and motivated, as I said, and, you know, make them want to keep making cool creative designs in the future. However, if you don't happen to like a skin and you know exactly why, want to offer some nice constructive feedback, be nice, concise, and straight to the point, try and help them out. And hey, you know, if they don't get their skin accepted, they can look at your feedback, incorporate that into a brand new version of their skin. Maybe that skin gets accepted in the future. We shall see. So it's totally up to you. Feel free to comment if you want, and feel free to go ahead and vote if you like. Now, regards to Mr. 38 skin, as I said, it's a bit silly, but there's a nice charm to it. So if you like what you see, or with the second version, which again, I'm not 100% sure what the difference is, but they do both glow, they do stand out quite nicely, there's some strange looking fridges, but again, it's all part of the charm. Best of luck to Mr. 38, but I do believe he has competition, and it just so happens to be a collection continuation. Señor Tomato has returned, or rather, this is actually a second attempt at the fridge. I do believe we had must have been an attempt like 2 months ago. I remember when I was in the jungle. So yes, I remember looking at this in the past, and I can confirm to you, this does not glow in the dark. Much like we've seen with the previous Señor Tomato deployables. It's a silly, cuboid tomato. What do you think? Feel free to comment below. But now, let's go hop over to here, and let's go ahead and take a look at Señor Tomato. Now, I haven't got the special end. Oh, there we go, perfect. Right, so I only have to search for tomato, and that's the current state of that. We saw the garage door being accepted recently, and it caused all these skins to spike in price, and then the garage door was only down in price. Wonderful. If we were to see the fridge being accepted, I reckon these will bump up even higher. Maybe that will recover. Wishful thinking, but garage doors are just a completely different thing at the moment. The amount we've seen so far being accepted this year is ridiculous, isn't it? Yep. So, I mean, keep an eye on that, but it's already jumped up in price. Maybe focus the garage door. Oh, it's up to you. So let's just quickly hover over this, click market. See how that's currently doing. Currently, with only 48 listings, it's at $1.35. I believe that's getting close to halving its price. But then again, in the past, we have seen some nice spikes in price with previous skins. So, where is it? There's a weird issue on Steam at the moment. I'm not sure if it's because of my extension, but yeah, it's definitely the garage door. It says it right there. So, all right, anyway, hop it back over to here. We'll see. I think I'll probably just stick with my boulders and whatnot. But yeah. I don't think I'll be jumping in to buy any more Señor Tomato skins. I've already bought a few in the past. Pretty goofy, pretty silly. But the main question is, do you like it? Consider showing support. Best of luck to Mr. Sapesh. And now, let's move on and take a look at a rug. Literally just one rug this week. One rug. just my tongue. Yes, it's a lightning bolt. It's a zip-zap rug produced by Mr. Domch. Maybe you want to put it near where all your electricals are. Maybe just put it on display as a nice bit of decoration. It's a perfectly fine looking rug. It doesn't glow in the dark. Okay? So best luck to Mr. Domch. Now, ooh, furnace. Okay, right. Well, I don't think having a cheese furnace is a clever idea. Or is it? It'll melt right in front of you, and if you have Doritos, oh, you might have a fun time. But anyway, produced by Mama and Meowkus. Get a good look at this. It's nice. It's oozing with cheese, and there's actually a mouse on the inside. What the... Okay, well, it's inside the melting cheese. Yeah, I'm worried for him. I don't think he's going to get out. But yeah, judging by night time, doesn't appear to light up in any of the portions of the furnace. So it'll be a furnace that doesn't really light up, only in the portion right here. So we'll see that we'll see what comes of that. You know what to do if you like it. Best of luck to these two skin creators. But of course there is competition. So over to here we have the ogre furnace. It's a pretty strange, odd looking design. But then again, odd, strange, silly. It does tend to work out. But again, another furnace where it doesn't really light up at night time, only in this portion. So best of luck to Seegis. Do you appreciate a good ogre? Well, perhaps that might be the one for you. And then over to here, we have the iceberg furnace, produced by Shino. So as you can see, it's just made out of ice. What's the dark ice called again? You know, you see a lot of icebergs when they flip over. What do they refer to it as? Anyway, do you notice how it's got like some fish on the inside of it? That's a clever touch. So at night time, let's get a good image of that. It does light up. Everything all around lights up very nicely. A nice, serene light blue. I'm sure a lot of people would like you. Now, let me just quickly confirm, do we have any other furnaces? Nope. Right, so out of those 3 furnaces, which one happened to impress you the most? Feel free to comment below, and best of luck to Mr. Shino. Right, we've got some storages to take a look at. Now, I'm not too surprised to see that we don't have that many storages being submitted as of recent, and we'll explain why very quickly, I'm sure you can tell. But we have a little kitty cat box. Would you like to have a little cat box? Where's the cat though? Does it come with a cat? Or maybe we have to find a cat in the future, maybe we'll see. But yes, this appears to glow in the dark. A silly, cute, silly little cat box. If you like what you see, feel free to comment below and show your support to Mr. Sheba. Oh, what do we have right here? It is a collection continuation, the Deep Sea storage box. You got the little octopus right there in the window. That's looking pretty cute. If anything, if there's like seals all around here, as in like, you know, like where the panel like sticks to, whatever, you should have one of the tentacles like kind of stuck outside or something. That would have been a funny little touch. But Robstar, what it is, you've made a fantastic looking sequel. So of course you might recall we just have the Deep Sea locker being accepted in the Rust store, but could we see a continuation appear very quickly, and would that have a nice impact on the locker? By default, if we do see a collection progress, more deplorables, I'd say yes. But not everything has been hunky-dory and wonderful recently with deplorable collections. We'll see what becomes of this Deep Sea locker. Right now it's selling very reasonably, not too excessively. It's also abnormal. But if you've seen locker skins in the past, or at least just this year, that's not looking good. That's not looking good. That's not looking good. You're doing all right. You're doing all right. That's not looking good. I think we've had a little bit too many locker skins this year. So that's definitely going to be an interesting question to talk about tomorrow, because of course we have abnormals tomorrow. So it's interesting, but I'm also not that confident. But if we do see more and more and more skins, you know what? I'm not gonna be so panicky anymore. I'm actually gonna feel nice and relaxed. That is a very cool looking skin. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a large box soon enough. Maybe a water purifier. Maybe it actually makes sense. Go on, Robstar, do it, do it. Yes, some sweet, delicious octopus flavour water. Yes, lovely. So anyway, best of luck to Mr. Robstar. An interesting collection continuation, but in regards to discussing whether there's a nice investment, we're going to have to wait until tomorrow when we do the abnormal barders. Cool, so let's move on. So we're now on to large boxes, and over to here we have the Spectrum Core large box. It's a very nice, colourful looking design. It's supposed to look like a computer case, isn't it? Come on, Yopka, come on, Lancey. Yes up. It's got all the RGB lighting. Right, best of luck to you two, but you do have competition. Canned Jaws large box. Zinc and Toxic have made... is it Sermstrongen? I think it's canned sharks. Fermented and delicious. Oh my, that's not going to taste very good, is it? So if you want a large box, that's going to make your base stink. I mean, it might be a pretty good deterrent, just saying. But yeah, a funny, cute, silly design. If you're a fan of that, feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you too. But you know exactly what's coming next, don't you? Oh my. Right. Close large box. Is Odyssey keeping track of the things I wrote last week? I said cloves, armor, I said farm or seeds, and then I said like wood, stone, and what's the other one? Can't remember. Brain's not working at the moment. But yeah, doesn't matter. Brand new Sinotype skin has appeared in the workshop. We have cloves. Now, would you have preferred clothing? Some people were complaining at me saying, "Oh, why did he do it as cloves? Why is it all? What's that symbol?" What do you mean? What's that symbol? Have you never folded your clothes before? Unbelievable. These people. Oh my, oh my. But anyway, yes. Doesn't matter. Brand new Sinotype large box has appeared. Another potential collection continuation. How far will we go? Well, I actually made a video discussing this. So if I could just quickly hop over to here. This video here, talking about the progress of the Sinotype collection. Consider giving a good watch. I'm very much under the impression it's going to reach up to 14 or 15. Because as the weeks go by, as we keep going along, we're gonna have Halloween. I'm not sure how many Halloween rust doors we're gonna have. Whether we have 3 or 2, I don't know. But I'm not sure. After 3 weeks or 2 weeks of no Sinotype skin, would Face Punch probably want to have another one afterwards in November? We'll see. But yeah, consider giving that a video a nice watch. Also, if you want to learn how to read them, because apparently a lot of people do not understand how to do so. They keep thinking it's in Chinese or Mandarin. It's in English. Yeah, go give that a watch. So anyway, hopping back over to here. Oh, wrong spot. Here we go. The prices of these skins has been pretty ridiculous. Let's go to SCMM to get a good look at that. So, literally in that video, I felt compelled to make a video because these are just going woo, up just immediately. There's a lot of interest, there's a lot of demand for these skins. Sinotype ore at one point was selling for $5. Now, I'm not sure if that's everybody just jumping in. Grab everything real quickly. But right now, after almost a week, that's already still in the positive. That's up by $1.50. I just can't help but assume those clothes boxes are just going to go up in price instantly as well. So overall, with the Sinotype tools, the next skin, to become marketable, I just can't help but assume that's going to just go up in price instantly as well. Now, in terms of its sales, 39,800 subscribers. Oh, no, 38,938. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to go over 40,000. That's inevitable. I'm not sure if we're going to match up to the Sinotype ore subscribers. It might be just a little bit less, but it definitely looks like it's going to surpass components. Okay, fair enough. But it just feels like it's in a perfect spot regardless. With so much interest, with so much demand, and also people can't use Skinbox anymore. In their bases, they can't just request, oh, can I have the neon storages, please? No, they can't do that anymore. They have to go buy their own, which makes perfect sense why these are being bought a lot and why there's so much interest. Because people can't afford neon storages as a whole. Well, initially. But now with these all going up in price, it's getting hard with this. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see another storage collection after this. How quick will it be, though, to appear? We'll see. So, yeah, Sinotype tools, you're looking pretty good. It doesn't matter if you're going to go over 40,000 subscribers. And with you, the clothes, again, feel free to comment below. What would you like to see being made next? I'm sure some people have been commenting already. Yep, some people have been writing out their own ideas and all that. In regards to food storage, again, I still think it should be a fridge. But yeah, that's cool. That's nice. Right, so let's move on from that. Let's talk about an interesting wooden door collection continuation. Legacy Gate Wooden Door version 1 and version 2. This is the one with the transparency. Oh, hang on a minute. Okay, they both have. One's got transparency in the lower half. One's got transparency in the upper half, in the middle. Why not just do one with transparency all over, I guess? But anyway, wouldn't surprise me if we see this potentially being accepted, considering the wooden double door was accepted. But, of course, there's a massive push for wooden double doors at the moment. And let me tell you, we're about to see a lot of them. Oh, I'm warming up to that, don't you worry. But yeah, current rust door, here we are, Legacy Wooden Double Door. That is the, the precursor the pre-existing skin that got accepted just this past week. So this is looking pretty interesting. But as I just said, with the amount of wooden double doors that have been submitted, I don't think that's going to be the only wooden double door we're going to see this month. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see another one, or maybe even two in the next Rust door. So, yeah, that's a discussion for tomorrow. That's abnormal. We'll discuss what prices we want to offer for all of that and whatnot. But sitting there with 17,500 subscribers at the moment, and I can't help but assume it probably will dip below its Rust door price. But if things return to normal afterwards, aka we don't see that many wooden double door skins being accepted in Rust doors anymore, it will recover quite nicely in the future. Again, that's something to discuss tomorrow. So yeah, for that, a nice potential collection continuation. Let's wait and see. But yeah, which version do you prefer? Transparency in the middle and the upper part, or transparency early in the bottom? Feel free to comment below, and best of luck to these two skin creators. Yep, just to confirm, it doesn't glow in the dark or anything. That's just a light on the other side. You should have clarified that. Right, never mind. Wow. Oh, I was going to say, wow, we've got a cow. Right. So we've got some sheep doors. Is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last week I accidentally missed a skin. What did I accidentally miss? I think I've missed Golden Path. Yeah, I accidentally missed a garage door. So I do apologise to the skin creator, but I did show it off on my abnormal stream and my video. But what we have right there, Groomer Katarina has made a farm cow metal door. Now, I think you probably were better off if you waited it out. I'm very much under the impression the cows, yes, we're going to get farmable cows in Rust. That probably isn't coming out until we have the naval update. You might remember we got the teaser for the naval update, but at the very, very end, we saw a cow, or rather heard one. I think cows are going to be involved with, like, the boats. Maybe their milk is going to be used as fuel. Or to make cheese, we shall see. Anyway, so yeah, it's a perfectly fine, cute design, but it doesn't appear to glow in the dark because there's no reference to it and there's no showcasing of it. So best of luck to Groomer Katarina. Let's see if how that works out nicely. But there is competition. We've got a fairly damaged, grimy, not very nice and not very appealing looking design, but it's great. If you're going to make like a scary hostile type of design roleplay base, oh, that's perfect. So Jessin, I respect it for what it is. I like it. I think it's going to make my base very scary, especially with Halloween just around the corner. You've got to respect these things. So yeah, all right, looking pretty cool. No glow in the dark or anything. All right, best of luck to you then, Mr. Jessin. Let's see if that works out nicely. And then over to here, Golden Path Sheep in the Door, produced by Kika. So yeah, it looks like a nice little circuit, nice and shiny and reflective. Doesn't appear to glow in the dark. No references to that or showcasing. Yep, no glow. Okay, fair enough. So yep, that's looking cute. If you like it, feel free to go ahead and show support. Best of luck to Kika. And then over to here, oh look, it's another scary looking door. But this one glows in the dark. This is produced by Duck. Now, as you can see, there's quite a lot of grime, some graffiti. It's a lovely looking subway door. Yay! So you do have the light right there. Looking yucky. That's perfect what it is. So best of luck to Duck. A nice, perfectly fine amount of glow in the dark. Let's see if that works out nicely. Best of luck. Ladies, gentlemen, and Ruskin enjoyers, what we're looking at right now is art. Well, it's a sequel to what we saw last week. I think he was probably intending to do this last week, but then he thought eggplant was funnier. But now this week, we truly have the banana. So if you don't know what this is in reference to, quite some time back, there was this artist who just put a banana on a wall. He just taped a banana on a wall. And apparently that was art. And apparently it's worth a lot of money. I don't know. So here is, in reference to it, the $1 billion banana. It is beautiful. Do you see me, banana man? Anyway, so here he comes with some for me. Shut up, Hedge. Let's talk about the skins. Right. Do you want a banana? Shut up. Okay, so yeah, it glows in the dark. It's a silly, silly design. And if you like that, well, you know exactly what to do. Show your support and, well, poop. Best of luck to Milho Free Turn Sakatis Milias. Let's see if that works out nicely. I think everyone's going to start doing that soon. I worry with what's going to happen next. Alright, time for garage doors. Now, it's quite nice that we don't see that many garage doors anymore. But this week, oh, we did get quite a lot. But when you see the amount of wooden double doors, you'll laugh. Crimson Demon garage door. If you saw my preview video, I showcased this, but I actually showcased the transparent version. Now, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I highly doubt this will be accepted. but I had to show it off. I had to show it off. So that looks cool. Shipman, always making something very nice and scary when it's not Halloween. Just you wait until it's Halloween. Oh, he goes all crazy for that. So yeah, looks cool, looks nice. That's not happening. Too much transparency. This though, yeah, that's fine. I wouldn't ridicule that. That's totally fine. But you never know what Face Punch is like. Maybe they will accept the transparent version. Ha ha ha. Wishful thinking. Anyway, best of luck to Mr. Shipman. We have the Deep Glow Garage Door. So, is that like a... Oh, that's a very awkward position to be in. Is he saving the guy that's inside the shark, or is he next? That doesn't look like a very fun position to be in at all now. So yeah, it glows very nicely. It's nice and aquatic. But with skins like this, I think you're better off waiting until the naval update. So if that doesn't get accepted, keep that in your back pocket and prepare that for when the naval update comes out. A lovely version 2. Yep, okay. So best of luck to a Falcon Costuche. Over to here. Oh my, I didn't know people were making skins of me. So yes, we have the Clown Garage Door. This is a non-glowing version. Over to here with the glowing version. Oh yes, that's nice and creepy. I'm sure a lot of people would greatly appreciate that outside their base. Oh yes. I wonder if there's a lot of people that are actually scared of clowns and rust. Well, I mean, they're everywhere. So I mean, if they put up with all the people in game by now, I'm sure they're all right. So best of luck to Mr. Raylan Barurik. Let's see if that works out nicely. Best of luck to Raylan Barurik. T-Rust, no door. What is T-Rust, no door? Yeah? Huh. Trust, no door. So, but, rust, but, huh. Maybe you should have had a little gap there. But trust no door. Do not enter. Okay, yeah. But no, seriously, but rust. But rust. That doesn't sound like it's very appealing, does it? No. What are you concocting there, Mr. Yeah? Well, now you got a fun idea for like some sort of robot design for Halloween. But rust. It's in your hands now, Mr. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine for what it is. But yeah, I would have put a space between that. You could do another version if you want to. There wouldn't be any harm with that. Bat rust. Anyway, best of luck to you, sir. Stonebound Gold Garage Door. Produced by Mr. Papacarl. Get a good look at this. Yep. Nice. Golden. Shiny. Lovely. But doesn't glow in the dark. Not sure if that's a deal breaker for you. But again, you know, go ahead. If you like it, consider showing support. Best of luck to Mr. Papacarl. And then over to here. Something completely different. Something completely out there. Mr. Drag and Mr. Norma Van are going to made a very interesting piece of art. What? Is she evil? I'm not sure. She's got 4 fingers and 3 fingers. Some sort of demon? I don't know. I'm not sure. But yes, this is the Toxin Garage Door, produced by Dragon Norma Van. Get a good look at that. It glows in the dark. And if you like what you see, consider showing your support. Best of luck to these two. And I do believe that is the last garage door. So now, all the wooden double doors. Maybe I'll just make that as a chapter. So, how many wooden double door designs do we have this week? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Now, I actually made a short video showcasing a bunch of them. And even more came out after that. So if you've seen that short video, and if you're one of the skin creators, I'm sorry, but I did wait till quite late last night, my time. If you didn't submit it at an early enough time, there's not much I can do. Also, I wouldn't have had enough time to showcase all of them. Anyway, let's just go through all these wooden double doors, and feel free to comment below which one just so happens to be your favourite. All right? So, God, I've got a lot to go through. I really do. I will still chapter the collection continuation ones, just to clarify. But yeah, I know a lot of people are very eager to be aware of all the wooden double doors. So let's get all the brand new ones out of the way. I really like this one. I showed it off in my preview video. I think it's cute. I think it's perfectly silly as well. Under construction wooden double door produced by Bed and Ronan. I like it. You've got the 2 beavers. You've got the little hard hats on them. I mean, you know what? Beavers wouldn't be too bad of an idea to have in Rust. They could chop down trees and you could just like collect the wood. That would be pretty cool. Comment below if you'd like to see beavers and Rust. Right, so you can make the little hats as well. Oh, yes. Anyway. Looks cool, looks nice. Best of luck to these two. But of course, there's competition, lots and lots of competition. Wood Pano Double Door. So with the previous skin, that doesn't glow in the dark, but this one, it clearly does. Produced by Decap, get a good look at that. A very bright and yellow design, quite a bit of orange as well, I should clarify. Now, I think there's a second version. No, okay, so looking pretty sweet, looking pretty cool. Best of luck to you, Mr. Decap. Let's see if that works out nicely. Now, over to here, this does not glow in the dark, but there's actually a second version for this one. I got them mixed up. So this is a fake garage wooden double door produced by House 9CR. Very clever, pretty cool. Like, I can't tell you how many single wooden doors that were made to look like an armoured door or a sheet metal door. But now he's gone ahead and done this with a garage door. Fair enough. No one's actually done that before. So best of luck to you, House 9CR. Let's see if that little bit of trickery, little bit of deviousness, deceitfulness gets accepted. But over to here, just confirm, we also have the garage door version, glow-in-the-dark garage door version. You're trying to move at a nice pace, Mr. Hedge, but you can't. Your brain doesn't process very quickly, does it? No. So best of luck to Mr. House. For whichever version you prefer, feel free to comment below and show support. Over to here, we have the Limbo wooden double door produced by Excuse Me and Gurin. It is a shrieking skull. It's got like chains going through all of it and whatnot. It's going, ah! Well, I don't think you'd be very happy if you had all that attached to you. So yeah, looking pretty cool, glows in the dark, and I think a lot of people might appreciate that. So go ahead and comment below. Best of luck to these two. High Wooden Wall wooden double door produced by OKF and 098. Get a good look at that. Looking pretty cool, looking pretty sweet. Yes. So, doesn't glow in the dark. Obviously, it's in reference to something in game. Looking pretty cool. I think people would appreciate that. Ooh. Next up, here we have the Edge Decor wooden double door. Now, this comes in two versions. First up, this is the version 1. A very interesting edge-like design. I guess, of course, Edge Decor. Oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah, lots of edges stand out. The glow in the dark is very prominent and very noticeable. Now, the second version, I'm not so sure about this. Oh, this one doesn't glow in the dark. Interesting. Normally people do the glow in the dark second and whatever. Doesn't matter. You get the idea. So, for whichever version you prefer, do you like it? Would you like to see it being accepted? Consider showing support. Best of luck to these two. Woodzaic wooden double door produced by Rosato. Do you have all the pieces? Do you know what? Rosato, you should have done like one missing piece or something for a little bit of transparency. I know he's got the door holes here for transparency. That's still cool. But like most puzzles, you should have had like one jammed in the wrong spot and you should have had one missing piece or something. That would have been cool. That would have been clever. But hey, that's up to you. You can still do a second version if you want to, an alternate version. But yeah, looks fine for what it is. I've seen it. It's nice and reflective. Best of luck to you. Now over to here. Recently, I taught you how to learn how to read the Sinotype large boxes. Well, now we can practice the alphabet. So this is sideways A. That's a 2, I think. That's a hashtag, but the other way around. Is that a plus sign? So this alphabet's doing very nicely for all of you, I'm sure. Yeah, so yeah, pretty silly, pretty goofy. At night with some lights in it, it definitely gives it like some extra depth, so it makes it stand out a little bit better. So best of luck to Wagan and Gunya. Let's see if that works out nicely. Best of luck to you too. Over to here with the Bullet Hell wooden double door produced by Anubis Dunk. It's a very bright and colourful design. Seems to be in reference to Chippy. Yep. Get a good look at that. Bright and colourful. Stands out. So if you like it, consider showing support. And let's now showcase the competition. Because there's even more competition. It never stops. Produced by Confusion Edgy. What do we have over here? It's like a holographic hexagonal design. There's 3 different versions of this. You have a green version, a bronze brown version, and you also happen to have a grey silvery version. They all appear to glow in the dark. Some of the bits and pieces of it glows, not all of it, but yeah. Bit odd, bit strange, bit out there. Whichever version you like, feel free to comment below. Best of luck to these two. But again, more competition. Ronan's Door wooden double door. So this is produced by Vlek, and I think this is really cool. Now, this is the standard normal version, and this is the transparent version. Now, I'll show you that in a second, but yep, a very nice, lovely Japanese style wooden door, and on the other side you've got the weapons and whatnot. That's pretty cool. But on the second version you can clearly see someone's just had an attack. Oh, it's been cut through. Yeah, someone's just been assassinated. So yeah, you can see through that. Lovely bit of transparency. Very nice and very creative. Now, do they glow? Yes, indeed they do. Not very bright, but still noticeable. So yeah, looking pretty sweet. Best of luck to Vlek. And then over to here we have the Warzone wooden double door. This doesn't have transparency, this version, but it does have glow in the dark. Pretty cool stop sign design, looking pretty sweet. Let's move this out of the way, because over to here we have 2 holes of transparency, 2 little windows, so it glows and has transparency. Looking pretty cool, looking pretty sweet. So alright, Best of luck to Igor and Repe. Now over to here. Portable toilet. One's pink, one's blue. Doesn't matter. You're both going in the same one apparently. So, so yeah, okay. Best of luck to Mr. SMN. Let's see if that works out nicely. Doesn't appear to glow. Does not. And lastly, for an independent skin, we have the Pie wooden double door. This does glow in the dark. You have a little sign over here saying it's open. That's looking pretty cool. A nice roleplay style skin. Maybe a lot of people appreciate that. Looking pretty cool. Best of luck to Yui. Now, I know they tried to build up a collection, but still needs to get the first one accepted. So that was all the regular new wooden double doors. Now I'm going to talk about all the collection continuations. Let's get started. Right then. So, for the first one I'm going to talk about, I've actually brought it up quite recently. Mr. Sill made a collection continuation to his evolved collection, or rather one skin that was accepted. But yeah, quite some time back, I'm talking about like maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, I mentioned this. Looks like they came back to it, tweaked it a little. We now have a wooden double door that glows in the dark with a little bit of radiation and whatnot. So if I were to go over to here, yep, and type in evolved, we've had an evolved wooden door, if I can recall. Yep, evolved wooden door, just that. Now, I've said this in the past and I'll say it again. Wooden doors are not appreciated, not that much. You'll use them very briefly and then gone. That's it. Yep. So, unfortunately, if we see a wooden double door, I don't really expect that to change that much. This is the price that most wooden double doors are at, just slightly below $1. So, yeah, I don't think there's that much of an investment, but at least you are aware of it. So, okay, fair enough. If you like what you see, if you're a fan, you want to have like a nice overgrown wooden double door, consider showing support. Best of luck to Mr. Sill. Oh, look at that. It's Neon Vibes. Neon Vibes wooden double door. Where were you like all of last year? Anyway, still nice to see it. Still nice to see a potential return to the Neon Vibes collection. Let's now remind you of Neon Vibes. So Neon Vibes had quite a lot of deployables accepted. Could have had more, but unfortunately Facepunch didn't really jump onto it after about 5 acceptances. There you go, that's it. We had the garage door, the sheet metal door, the furnace, the armoured door, and the sheet metal double door. Now 2 skins doing very nicely at the moment. These 2 here aren't doing that bad. In fact, they're doing a lot better compared to most armoured doors and sheet metal doors. Unfortunately, the garage door is... yeah. However, if we were to see another deployable being accepted, a wooden double door, do you reckon there could be a nice reinvigoration for interest and potentially maybe the skin creators will reattempt getting their large box, small box, sleeping bag? Oh, that's not sleeping bag, that's armor door. But the point I'm trying to get across is, do you reckon they'd return and try and get more skins accepted? We shall see. Very interesting collection. It has dropped off a fair bit, but some of the skins here, as you can see, they've held on very nicely, very strongly. A lot of people do appreciate a nice colourful glow-in-the-dark skin. So best of luck to the skin creators. Let's see if that works out. Best of luck to Mr. Diaz. Very nice and very noticeable. Weather Wooden Double Door collection continuation to quite a lot of deployables. I'm not sure if everybody fully remembers the Weather collection, but don't you worry, we'll be showcasing that to you in a bit. But yep, this is the standard non-glowing version, and this is the version that glows. Now apparently this also has transparency. I have not noticed where the transparency is. Feel free to comment below if you know. But yeah, perfectly fine. Nice standout, glow-in-the-dark skin. I'm sure a lot of people appreciate that. But of course, let's go ahead and remind you of the Weather collection. So I remember a couple doors and whatnot. Here you go, take a look at this. And what do we see? Yep. Armoured door, sleeping bag, large box, wood door, and Weather Thompson. I don't think everybody remembers it because it came out in like 2020. And quite a lot of people have not been playing that long. Yeah, come on, let's be honest. So, very nice looking skins. And there was a wooden double door submitted in the past. You know what? It's perfectly fine to see a resubmission. And if it were to be accepted, again, maybe you'll see another attempt for the sheet metal door. Maybe you'll see another attempt for the sheet metal double door. More weapons. Ooh, that's a nice thing to look forward to. So, best of luck to Legacy and Mr. K. Vladimir. Let's see if that works out nicely. But of course, there's more competition. Military storage wooden double door. The military deployable collection is fairly old, really old. So again, back to SMM. Military. And now I've got to try my best to figure out which one's the right collection. I think it's this one. Right, am I correct? Yes, I am. Le Cramp has been around for a very long time. 2017, 2019, and 2021. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 skins. 2 of them are currently in the positive. You're not doing very well, unfortunately. But if we were to see a brand new wooden double door, well, what do you reckon? Well, that'd be pretty interesting. Now, I'm under the impression there's also a garage door That one's a bit glitched. It's a bit weird. That's a whole different discussion. But anyway, that's already up in price by quite a lot. That's already up in price by quite a fair bit. I don't think the wooden door is going to change that much. As I said earlier, people don't seem to appreciate wooden doors that much. It's up to you. I don't think I trust investing into a barricade, but we'll see. Anyway, best of luck to Leclamp. Let's see if that works out nicely. And just to confirm, there's a garage door, right? Yes, it's right there. Right then, cool. So with that, it's up to you if you want to go ahead and show support to it. Best of luck, but we've got to go ahead and show some more skins. Wood double door. It is the wood double door, wood double door. Wood double door, wooden double door. They're going to make me lose my tongue. These are the same people that made the sheet metal double door. Anyway, so we've got two versions of this. This is the standard regular wooden double door, doesn't glow. This one has holes in it, if I can remember. It's not super easy to see, but I did show it in my special showcase of many wooden double doors. The special short video. You got a little hole there, you got a hole along here, and I think you got a hole along here. You can see through it. Not super insane amounts of transparency, but it's quite discreet. So this is technically a collection continuation to the other skins we've seen in the past. Ah, cool. Yeah, here we go. Sheet metal sheet. Look at this. All right, here we are. Sheet metal door. Sheet metal. All right, I'm going to try my best to make this work. Scroll down to the stone sheet metal door and the sheet metal door and all that. So this was like 2 years ago, if I can remember. Looking at you. Right, so if I were to go to your item page, let's click that. We'll then see Freddy over here. I'll click that and you'll see all the previous skins. Sorry about the flashbang. But at least it kept you nice and awake. Right, perfect. Okay, there's Mr. Freddy. Click his name and it'll show you all the skins he's worked on. And as you can see, we have got quite a bunch. We've seen a regular log door. That is a wooden door right there. But like I said earlier, wooden doors, oh my, they usually end up at around $1. And as you can see here, $2.49 is what it sold for. $1 is what it is now. We also happen to see the twig door, the stone door, and the sheet metal door. Twig Rival's wooden double doors, the skin given away as a Twitch drop. That was a funny time, wasn't it? Yep. But overall, as you can see here, these skins aren't really holding up very nicely. Twig door's doing quite alright. We'll confirm that is currently a very nice looking investment. Well, not huge gains, but it has transparency as well. People do seem to appreciate it. If this was to be accepted and actually sold, I'm sure that would actually be in the positive right now. Yeah, we now have potentially another version of this, but slightly different. Do you appreciate the Twig Rivals wooden double door if you own it? Feel free to comment below. But I will sit here and say, I don't think you'll see any of the other skins probably bounce up in price or anything. I'm not sure if everybody is fully well aware that this is like a collection. It's been a while. Some people just probably are clueless. So at least I've made the references and the connections. Best of luck to you two. Let's see if that works out nicely. Would you like to see it being accepted? It's in your hands. Consider, voting yes or no. B wooden double door. Now, let me just quickly confirm this. In the past, ever since we saw the B sheet metal door, there's been many attempts for more door skins to be accepted. Produced by Mr. Omnipresent, I have seen a sheet metal double door, another attempt at that, wooden door. I've also seen there's a fridge, single wooden door again, garage door. None of them have been accepted. None of them. Which is really odd, because I think a lot of people do appreciate bees. We can finally be bees, yes. Anyway, it doesn't glow, but it does have transparency. You have the windows there of transparency, so it'll be nice, it'll be cool, but yeah, we haven't been very successful. Now, looking at the bee collection, let's just make sure I'm not looking at the bee cosplay. Here we are. That's starting to fall down in price, unfortunately. The sheep door held on its value for quite some time, but it has lost its value. And the small box, it's always lost like about a third of its value. So that's it. That's all we have. It's unfortunate, but that's all we got. So not feeling that confident. It'd be very nice to see it being accepted, but I don't know. I don't know what Omnipresent has to do. He's produced some very cool, nice looking skins, some nice looking continuations, but FacePunch just isn't interested. So anyway, best of luck to you, sir. Best of luck. Cryo wooden double door. This is the last skin to discuss. This was the first wooden double door skin I saw. I made a short video about it immediately. And then we got like another 15 wooden double doors. Whoops. But anyway, yes. Very nice, cool, sci-fi aesthetic. It does look very metallic though. I'm not sure if FacePunch is pleased about that, but I'm sure you can see what I mean. Now consider watching my short video showcasing it to get a much more up close look. I can confirm there are 2 windows of transparency, but this version is just the glow-in-the-dark version. This version is the version with transparency, which you can see with the sky in the background there. And, well, you can't really see it very well. I only showed off the transparent version, so consider watching my short video. But yeah, I think a lot of people greatly appreciate it. Not sure what price they'd sell that for, but we just had a charity skin with glow-in-the-dark and transparency as well, didn't we? That would be a little bit awkward, wouldn't it? Yeah. But anyway, my fingers. Ow. Sorry about that. Cryo collection. How you looking? How you doing? 3 skins in total. The fridge is doing good. People appreciate that. The small box is doing okay. That's fine. The furnace kind of slipped a bit. Maybe the furnace might be an interesting thing to look at. Fridge isn't that high up in price anymore. Maybe that could be a nice consideration. Overall, we could see some more skins. We'll see. But this is also another case of a skin creator produced some very cool looking sequels, some very interesting collection continuations, that being a lot of doors. But where's all the door skins? Base Punch is very averse to the idea of accepting some cool looking doors. Maybe a wooden double door might change their mind, we'll see. So yeah, that's all the wooden double doors. Best of luck to Fuff, best of luck. But in terms of investing, not looking too high of a price than those other skins. It's in your hands to make that decision. Now over to here. 1 sheet metal double door. Produced by Voodoo, we have the only spirit sheet metal double door. It glows in the dark quite nicely. I showed it off in my special preview video. It looks pretty cool. I think a lot of people like that. Best of luck to Mr. Voodoo. That quite literally is the last skin out of all the deployables. So, which one happened to impress you the most? Which skin do you reckon has a very good chance of potentially being accepted? Feel free to comment below. For now, I'm going to move on and start talking about all the weapons and tool skins. First up here we have the Heart of Midas. Is it Midas? I don't remember. But yes, the guy with the golden touch. Whenever he touched something, it'll turn into gold. It was more of a curse. Anyway, yes, it is the Heart of Midas rock. Get a look at that. Half of it is a heart, and the other part is gold. Gold! So yeah, produced by Spinoza. Let's see if that works out nicely. Best of luck to you, sir. Now to here we have some hammer skins to take a look at. I don't need to use a hammer. I'll just use my fist instead. Anyway, so it's a fist. Quite a lot of people actually appreciate this. It was posted on Twitter. A lot of people said, "Oh yeah, that looks cool. I'd like to see that being accepted." So, all right, cool. Best of luck to Oasis and Isaac. Let's see if that works out well. We've had 3 hammer skins accepted so far this year. Could we see another? We'll see. But over to here, we have some competition. What we have right here. Oh, we've got a video. Ooh, interesting. Right, let's go make you nice and 1080. And perfect. I can take a drink now. Just observe that in your own time. Wow. So yeah, that's looking pretty cool. That's looking pretty sweet. Does it glow? Any mentions of that? Showcasings? Doesn't appear to, but over to here. Here's the glow-in-the-dark version. Does it have a... Oh, it has a video as well. Is it the same skin, or is it... Yep, this is the glow-in-the-dark version. And if I were to make that 1080... Go on. Change the time, and perfect. Right. Quite a bit bright, not super blatantly, massively, insanely glow-in-the-dark all over it and whatnot. So, okay, it's a fair bit discreet. So, it's up to you. Feel free to comment below what you think about that. Best of luck to Adoinski and Hurricane. And over to here, we have a collection continuation. So I guess Firefly and Netta must have heard me when I mentioned that we haven't seen that many Satchel Charge skins being accepted recently. Of course, we just got the Temple one. But, Harbour Seal Satchel. I'm going to go blow up some seals. Okay, fair enough. I don't think he'd look so happy. Ooh, what's that? You ever seen that picture of the seal? I think it's edited, but he looks all panicky. I think that would have been a lot funnier. But, of course, they want to stick with the themes. Honestly, I think you could have done like a whole batch of different type of seal designs for all the different skins. But again, you've had like 5 skins accepted now, so you had to commit. Well, all right, cool. I'm not going to complain about that. Now hopping back over to here. Here's the garage door. That has done about just under 19,000 subscribers so far. Very likely will be surpassed in 20,000, maybe a little bit more. Oh, we'll see. In regards to the Harbour Seal collection, let's go take a look at that. With the arrival of the garage door, much like what we saw with the arrival of the garage door for the Señor Tomato collection, it's caused all the pre-existing skins to Spark and Bryce ever so nice. Look at that. So that's nice. That's cool. Those skins weren't looking like that before. But yeah, that's a lovely bit of improvement. But what happens now? If we were to see the Satchel charge, would that spike demand, spike the price again? I'm not sure. But I'll tell you this. I wouldn't be surprised if the Harper Sewer garage door goes down a price like the Sin Tomato garage door did. And then these skins will probably just sit there comfortably in the positive still. It really wouldn't surprise me. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But hey, if you like it, consider showing support. Best of luck to you too. And let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Wouldn't you just want to hold this lovely little bundle of joy in your hands and watch it explode? Right, over to here, we've got some tools. We have an onion bone club. An onion bone club. Interesting. Very interesting. So he's not looking very happy on one side and very happy in the other. I guess he's the one that's upset because he's the side that gets hit. Oh no. So, okay, if you'd like to see a bone club skin potentially being accepted, consider show support. Best of luck to Kavahu. Over to here, we have the Sunseed Stone Hatchet and Pickaxe. Get a good look at that. Produced by Scrippin. It is a reference to sunflowers. A gigantic sunflower seed. Interesting. All right, cool. Not going to say no to that. Looking pretty sweet. Looking pretty cool. Best of luck to you, sir. Now over to here. Oh, we've got a collection continuation. Black Ops Bow. Right, so this is produced by Holodno and Kolotinsky. We recently just saw the Python being accepted. We've had quite a lot of weapons and tools being accepted so far, but not all the skins are currently holding up very nicely. So just to confirm, the Python is there. It's done just over 13,000 subscribers so far. Probably will get up to maybe about 17,000 subscribers. We'll see, we'll see. But anyway, Black Ops Collection. Let's get a good look at all of you. Jackhammer is still slightly down in price. Revolver is still comfortably slightly above its rust price. And all the other skins aren't looking very pretty. No. The AK dropped down and went real bad for a while. Went about to, well, as low as about half its value. Now it's only down by a third, only. And the SAR, very similar, went down to about negative 50%. Now it's there at negative 40. Not perfect, not perfect. Black Ops rocket launcher, you sold a little bit too much. And then even more rocket launchers appeared after that. Still not looking very pretty. Ooh. So, yeah, overall, I don't think we'll see that much of an impact if we saw a bow skin being accepted. Now, this apparently has extra transparency, but let me remind you, transparency there isn't pay to win. Oh, yippee, I can see more of the sky. Not really. When we see transparency in crossbows, and I've already said this before, you see on the horizon, and you get to see more on the sides. That's beneficial. Transparency in the side there, whilst it looks cool and it's a nice little touch, you know, very cool with the design overall, it doesn't give you an advantage. Oh, hang on a minute, I can see a guy in a heli, or I can see you would have heard them anyway, and you would have been able to see them before they went like over the point where it went over the bow. Anyway, point is, it's cool, it's just it's not that helpful. And over to here we have the non-transparent version, I believe. Doesn't look like it's transparent there, and you still refer to it as transparency. Should have said non-transparent or just remove the transparency. Either way, yeah, cool looking design. Best of luck to you too, but I don't think it's going to have that much of an impact on the collection. Here we have a crossbow, and then we start moving on, talking about some handguns and some submachine guns. Lovely stuff. Crown's Legacy crossbow, produced by Cubist. A very interesting jade encrusted design, it looks like. Kind of looks like that with all the nice, cool looking shiny gemstones. Not too bad. Looking pretty cool. But that's what I'm saying. Horizon. Oh. Okay. So yeah, that's looking pretty cool. That's looking pretty interesting. Best of luck to you, Mr. Cubist. Let's see if that potentially is accepted. Over to here with the reflective sap. Here, look at that as it slowly pans around. Nice and reflective. Ooh, it's like holographic. Okay, cool. So what about a nice aim down the sight image? Ah, perfect. That's exactly what people want to see. So yeah, looking pretty interesting with its holographic design. If you're a fan of that, feel free to comment below. And best of luck to HSM and Claytails. Now, is that glowing in the dark? Hang on a second. Looks like it's just reflecting. Doesn't glow. Alright, okay, we can confirm that. Here we have the Rifled Python, produced by 9K. Get a good look at that. A cool looking grounded design. Oh, you can aim down the sight right there. So it looks like it's all white. Is that transparency? No mentions of it being transparency, so let's try and see if we can see an actual aim down the sight image. He hasn't done that. Interesting. Well, if you're a fan of the, if you're a fan of the design, if you don't want something to be super flashy and colourful, perhaps this is the skin for you. I've lost my mouth. Blech. Best of luck to 9K. Now we're moving on to MP5 skins. Over here we have the Blood Camo MP5. Get a good look at that. Lovely bit of red aim sight right there. No transparency or anything, so okay, fair enough. Yep, it's covered in blood. Yay. Cool. And over to here, we had the first blood MP5. Not sure what's different. Okay, that's got blood all over it. Okay, fair enough. Cool. That's a bit messy, isn't it? But yeah, the aim sight appears to be the exact same design. So, okay, fair enough. Looking pretty cool. Yep. So if you're a fan of that, feel free to go ahead and comment below. And best of luck to Dillory and Mr. Jovi. Mr. Jovi, well, you're new to me. Swirl MP5, produced by Mr. Verona. So, yep, it's got like a cool purple tiger design. Not sure why it's referenced as swirl, but okay, cool. I'll live with that, I guess. Yep, red aim sight, purple design. If you're a fan of that, consider commenting below, and best of luck to Mr. Verona. Best of luck. Dominus Mortis MP5 collection continuation. So, the ghastly ghoul has made its return, and here we have an MP5 right here in front of us. We recently saw the SAR skin being accepted, and it did about 35,000 subscribers. Now, we kind of assumed it was because it was the featured skin of the week, but it doesn't matter. Skin creators laughed all the way to the bank. Golden aim sight with a little bit of transparency. Not an insane amount, but a little bit. A nice, useful amount. Looking pretty cool. Looking pretty sweet. So now we'll talk about, well, that SAR from last week. Oh, I've clicked the wrong thing. I hope they changed that. I don't like when things pop up. Right. So yeah, that did about 34,483 subscribers. Wow. So almost 35. But yeah, look pretty cool. Can't complain for, it being accepted. But looking at it on the Steam market, I can confirm to you, it's in better days. Or rather, it kind of went down in price instantly. There's quite a lot of them in circulation, and a lot of people just instantly listing them down to blow its rust or price. That doesn't look like it's going to recover. And if you've got a question, well, what about if we see the MP5? Sorry to say, but weapon loader collections, they don't really tend to hold up very nicely. So if I were to go ahead and look at over here, Dominus Mortis, you might remember we also have the AK-47. And how's that currently doing right now? Oh, it's still down by about half its price. No, a third. Sorry, I looked at that one first. It's still down by a third. I do remember it actually did climb up a little bit when the SAR appeared, but then it went back down again. So if I could just quickly show all the prices there based on dollars, and then over to here. Yeah, the SAR came out. It had a bit of a bump. Now it's gone back down again. So maybe it will bump up, but they just won't stay. Not good, not good. So as investments, questionable. But overall, if you like the design, if you'd like to see more of that collection, consider commenting below and showing your support. Best of luck to you too. And another collection continuation. Ruined Thompson version 2, produced by Mr. Bear Trip and Hulk. We have a nice light green design with the Maui-esque sort of big nose guy on the side. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, I do believe we have some transparency over here. So, remember, transparency in Thompsons can only go up to about this amount. All it's basically removed is the ears on the side. So you got that there, and then you got that there. So if that's a massive, insane amount to you, yeah, all right then. Maybe you want to go ahead and comment below and maybe show support to the the cutout version. Maybe not that fussed with transparency. Maybe just rather have the full thing. So if you like what you see, feel free to comment below. But now we're going to go ahead and talk about the Ruin collection. Early this year, around April time, we had the Jungle Hype. Very, very fun time. But you really did need to sell your skins around then. So the AK went up to $9 at one point. It's not that anymore. Garage Door went up to a very nice high price. It's not that anymore. SAR went up to a nice price of about $3. It's not that anymore. Ooh. Oh dear. I remember when we were talking about the Ruin SAP and the custom SMG, because that also has transparency. But look at them. Oh dear. That's a SAP skin that's actually in the negative. That's not good. So, unfortunately, overall, I don't think a Thompson's going to have a massive impact on all these skins. But I think a lot of people would appreciate it still. So, it's in your hands now. Do you like it? Consider showing support. Best of luck to these two. And let's see which one potentially gets accepted. Alright, now we have some SAR skins to take a look at. And then we'll move on to AK-47's 1L96. And we'll be closer to completing the video. Come on, grab all the skins, Hedge. Let's get moving. Invasion semi-automatic rifle. Now this has transparent ropes. Okay, yeah. Not a transparent aim sight, just to clarify. So, okay, best of luck to you, Mr. Himmick. Let's see if that works out nicely. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Over to here, we have competition. Lethal Radiant SAR. Got a nice little showcase here. Oh, looking nice and shiny. Where's the aim down the sight? Ah, there we are. So this doesn't have any transparency, anything. But it does look cool. So if you like that, if you think, yeah, you know what, I want some nice green gold designs, consider showing support. Best of luck to Silitra. Let's see if we could see the Lethal Radiance collection kick off and turn into a pretty cool looking weapon collection. Kaboom! Saw with a cutout. Yeah, that has a lot of transparency. Come on, show me the wonderful aim sight. Show me the wonderful... Ah, there we go. Perfect. So yeah, heat seeker transparency, basically. All the transparency and the sight's there perfectly untouched, unbothered, and it's about to blast your head off. So this is a SAR covered in satchel charges, explosives. We'll just go with explosives. Yep. Hefner, where's the big toe stuff? He wanted to try and do something different. Fair enough. It looks cool, and I think a lot of people appreciate that. If it were to be accepted, it would get a lot of sales. So best of luck to you then, sir. Let's see if that works out nicely. Yes, C4. Hedge. Why are you so bad at remembering names? I only remember skins. Cyber SAR, produced by Cosim. It's got a pretty cool looking, what's the terminology? The interior of electronics, what did you call them? Circuit board? That's it, I think. I think that's what it's a reference to. But yeah, this also has some transparency, apparently. I think it's got very similar transparency to the recent SAR we saw. No, that's not got transparency. What's transparent then? Transparent stock and wires. Okay, fair enough. Stockless. That's what he meant to say. Okay. Do we have a second version? Nope. Well, best of luck to you, Mr. Kosem. Let's see if that works out nicely. And where's your temple skins, huh? I'm sure he'll make some more soon. Okay. Spectre AK-47. A very nice, cool looking design produced by Mr. 19J3463. Cool. I like the thing. I'm remembering the Redemption collection, but this one's obviously green and black, so okay. Still looks cool, so best of luck to you, sir. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Now, where's the aim down the sight image? Ah, lovely. No transparency from what I can see there. Nice, bright green aim sight. Might be okay in grassy green areas, but everywhere else should be good. You know, Hedge, if we're going to talk a lot, maybe breathe more. Sorry about that. Woodmaster AK-47. Produced by Kit. It's made out of wood. Wow. So, yep, give that a good look. Nice, scary looking bear on the side. Very nice carving. So, best of luck to you then, Mr. Kit. And over to here, we have the EMP AK-47. Lots of wires in this one. Lots and lots and lots of wires on that one. Yeah, quite a lot of tape as well. Let's hope it manages to, stay intact when you shoot and doesn't, explode in your hands. That'd be pretty bad. And as you can see, useful red aim sight. Looking pretty cool. Best of luck to Mr. Zverand. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Autumn Requiem AK-47. Now, apparently this is transparency, so let's go give that a good look. Produced by Elfriatar. Let's go ahead and get a good look. Now, it's got some transparency, but not a ton. But, still quite a lot. I won't complain. So, okay, fair enough. Something just in time for autumn. Oh, we'll see. Best of luck to Elfriatar. Over to here, we have the Whale Song AK-47 produced by Sunart. This certainly is an idea. Look at all the lovely looking whales. All the lovely serene looking ocean. Oh, it's beautiful. It's lovely. You've got a little whale tail right there. Look at that. Red aim sight as well. Looking pretty sweet. But get a good look at it on the side. It's art. It's beautiful art. So yeah, looks cute. Looks nice. If it's not accepted now, save it for a resubmission or for a version 2 when the naval update comes out. Sun up. So best of luck to you. Looking cool. Where's the skin? There's the skin. So produced by Ico. There is the Air Patrol AK-47. Give that a good look. Very nice and regal. Yes. Nice bit of green. I like all the patterns and whatnot. Aimed in a sight. Let's go to that. Get a good look at that. Looking pretty good. Looks like a standard aim sight. Can't complain. Looking pretty sweet. So yeah, best of luck to you. Let's see if that gets accepted. But of course, there's more competition. Over to here. Breakfast AR. Produced by PYH. Now, hang on a minute. Oh, okay. I thought we saw it last week. Last week we saw a SAR. This week we have the AK-47. It's a bit sickly to me. It's got all these waffles and syrup and blueberries all over it. And an egg, you monster. Anyway. Aim sight, looking pretty cool. Red aim sight. So yeah. Looks a bit too sugary for me. But yeah, you can comment if you want. Best of luck to Mr. PYH. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Yes. Primal Spirit AK-47. I know the last one I said was a little bit too sugary, but blimey, look at the amount of colours on this. Kratorius, Vici, Kokopima. I'm joking, but no, seriously, how many colours? Good lord. Yeah, that is a lot, but it looks sweet, looks cool, can't complain. So yeah, that might be a treat for the eyes. Maybe it might be a little bit overwhelming. But no, seriously, you don't want an AK that's a little bit too distracting, right? Anyway, so yeah, looks like it's a standard aim sight. Purple, okay, purple should be alright in most environments. I don't think people complain about that. So yeah, are you a fan? Do you think it looks cool? What's the overall theme? It's a lady, and she has animals by her side. Okay, right, fair enough. She like Tarzan. Anyway, best of luck to you three. Let's see if that works out nicely. Ah, what do we have here? This is a collection continuation. Produced by Mr. Stabby McStabface, we have the Forbidden Mayan Temple AK-47. So quite some time back we saw the garage door being accepted, yes. But now, now, we have an AK-47. Very nice, cool temple theme design, obviously in reference to the temple building skin. Okay, that looks cool. It's got a nice bit of green whey to it as well. Yeah, green whey. I hope I said that correctly. And the aim sight, bright green, which should be alright for most environments, including grassy green, because that's a little bit crazy for the brightness. But standard aim sight. Let's now remind you of the forbidden... Oh, there you go. We're about to go over to here. If I type in Forbidden Mayan, Forbidden, do we see it? There we go. Right, how are you currently doing? I need to use Rust Help a little bit more. So, there is quite a lot of listings here. Oh, it's showing all the prices on Steam. Okay. Okay, it also shows you like the past 30 days. Is this the amount of sales? Oh, okay then. Cool. Right, well, you should consider looking at Rust Help a little bit more. But if I could get the actual Steam market page, where might that be? Where's the button for it? Still learning, still learning. All right, let's go back over to... Oh, if I click that? No. Okay. Would be nice to have a button there. It's still under construction. So back over to here. Forbidden Mayan Temple. I believe it's lost about half its value because it is a garage door. And as you'll notice, it's sold for $2.49 and now it's on the market for $1. Oh my, oh my. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right. $1.12. $1.12. Okay, it was doing it in right. Okay. I just kind of prefer to look on the Steam market though. It would be nice to have a button just to click. But yeah. 52 listings, and that's how it looks. The barders aren't really that high. I don't think an AK is going to change that much, I'm afraid to say. Looks nice. I'm not going to complain. Stabby's made a cool looking AK, but I don't think I have a massive impact on the only existing skin, the garage door. So, yeah. But by all means, if you like what you see here, feel free to go ahead, comment below, and show your support. Best of luck to Mr. Stabby McStabface. Let's go put that away, and now let's show the final weapon/tool skin of the video. Produced by Monomic, or rather, Monomic Man. Why did you change your name? Anyway, this is the Thunder Wood L96. Thunder and wood? Wouldn't that make like a... Well, I've actually seen a tree being struck by lightning before and it just lost all its bark. So, I mean, it's up to you if you're going to do that. But yep, Monomic Man, you made a perfectly fine looking design. And well, with that, it is the final weapon/tool skin of the video. Out of all these skins, which one has stood out to you the most? Which one do you reckon will potentially be accepted in an upcoming Rust store? And with that, let's now move on to the final skins, the clothing and the armor skins. And immediately, we have a collection continuation. Damascus backpack. Get a good look at that. So last year, we saw quite a lot of Damascus skins being accepted. Metallic, cool looking. Let's go remind us of that. Damascus, show me the Damascus. I don't think a backpack will have that much of an impact, because it's already doing quite nicely. Yes, it is. Look at that. Wow, the furnace actually went back up in the positive. I don't think I own any of them anymore. I picked up quite a lot for cheap. I'm actually annoyed. But yeah, look at all of that. It's doing perfectly fine. People have appreciated it. Would a backpack change anything? Not sure. But it probably would bring back a lot of eyes to the collection. Maybe it does bump up a bit. That's in your hands. I don't own any Damascus skins anymore. But with the prices they're at, I think I might just leave it. But if you already own some, keep an eye out. But there is competition. Well, I'll talk about that in a second, but yes, give that a good look. Very nice, very cool. If you want to see another metallic and shiny backpack being accepted, consider showing support. I've already spoiled it, but yes, we do have competition. The Abyss large backpack. Now, I also showed it in my preview video. I'm sure a lot of people saw that. This does not glow in the dark. This is a Abyss collection continuation. And we haven't seen one of those for a while now, have we? So let's go back to the Abyss collection. I always take a look at it in regards to its clothing armor set, because of course the tier 3 started off with quite too many sales. We did see a Thompson at the beginning of this year. Alright, that's slightly down in price at the moment though. But overall, as you'll notice, Clothing Armour's doing very nicely. The Deployables are doing quite nicely. Can't complain that much. So if we were to see a backpack, would the Clothing and Armour have a nice bump in demand? Bump in price? Not sure. These are already high up. They're doing good. They're doing good. I'm not sure if like tier 3 will ever fully recover. Getting there, but it's up to you. Little by little, bit by bit, the quantities of these skins, they do go down. Maybe we could see some interesting things happen. Boots and gloves as well, they're also doing quite alright. But again, the prices they're at, they're already high. They're at the highest in a very long time. And as we get closer to September, October, November time, beautiful seasonal dip. Yeah. If you own some, it's in your hands. If you don't, it's for you to decide. But yeah, those higher prices definitely make me question things. Backpacks don't always have a massive impact. Look at the recent Island Assault collection, for example. When we saw the backpack, the skins went down in price. So we'll see what becomes of that. Scroll. Ooh. Alright, let's go grab these. So, apricot boonie hat. It's got a bit of transparency. This man has apricots all over his head. PL3, Donny, what the hell? What's this? Do you see, apricot man? What compelled you? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's a bit odd. Don't like to stay without food? Hat made of apricots will help with this. Fresh fruits always at hand. They're all off my head. Okay. Sometimes you need something really wacky to appreciate the silly skins we see in the workshop. So best of luck to you too. Now, I've made a short video of this, but I kind of used it as like a prop. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. With skin box now gone, and with camouflage skins just ballooning to insane prices, what do you reckon? For example, let's go show you effectively the most effective, Arctic clothing. That'd be the Arctic primitive collection. So here you are. Look at the prices. $30, almost $30 for an Arctic protection burlap head wrap. What? Well, I mean, it works. It's very effective. Very effective. So to see these prices like this, don't be surprised. They're being bought for a reason. Especially when Wildrum complains about it. But it's true. It's true. People are aware of it then. So, the question is, because skin prices like that just keep going higher and higher and higher, the majority of people cannot afford that. Or rather, the majority of people are not going to spend $30 for a burlap head wrap skin. Let's be real here. Would it be nice to see more affordable, approachable options? Skin box is gone. People can't just sit there and say, oh, I want that now. They have to go literally buy it. Therefore, all the camo skins are effectively pay to win. The camouflage of snow is very effective. I don't think we need to question that. But if only a select few people with money that can actually buy these and use these and appreciate them, is that fair? Would it be more fairer if everybody had access to some affordable camouflage? Feel free to comment below. But yeah, produced by MA1. It is the Winter Cobalt Supply burlap head wrap, burlap shirt, and burlap pants. I'm sure you've seen enough of the pictures by now, but yeah, I've tested this out in game. It's pretty easy to get lost in the snow, or rather, people to lose you in the snow. Yep, sorry. Feel free to comment below your thoughts. Now, in that same video, I actually showcased this as well. It's not blatantly in your face in regards to it being green, but it is green. This is the new style hoodie and pants. I tested it out. Looks pretty good as well, and I also made a short video of it. It was funny, I was like standing still and like a junk pile just immediately appeared to my side. But yeah, looks cool. I'm not complaining, looks nice. Best of luck to Hunter and Pastez, and a short video of that should be out fairly soon. So keep an eye out for that. Now over to here, we have a second attempt for the Arctic hoodie and pants. Arctic hazmat, I apologise, I should have said it correctly. About a month or so ago, we saw that being submitted. Looks like they've tweaked it a little bit, changed some things. But yeah, this is in reference to... hang on a minute. Is this a collection continuation? Oh no, Hedge, what have you done? No. I remembered the backpack, but that's made by different people. So, okay. Get a good look at that. What do you think? Feel free to comment below. But yeah, it's supposed to be in reference to the Arctic hazmat. Yeah, just that. So, now we move on to the Exfil hoodie. Yes, well, Exfil hoodie and pants. You can see all of it right there. Last week we saw the tier 3. I brought up that, well, the same thing. Camouflage skins are ridiculous. Desert Raiders, just the tier 3 pieces for Desert Raiders is $130. Now, I know a lot of people are going to sit there and say, well, yeah, but we also have Sand Rhino. That's true. The Sand Rhino is also like, what, $12 for 2 pieces now? Not as, not as insane. But we never got a full collection of Sand Rhino, did we? Could Exfil fill in that spot? At the very least, the hoodie and pants would be, would be appreciated. It would be cool. Yeah, no, these are very nice in the desert. You could pair that up with Desert Raiders. You wouldn't even notice that much of a difference. Not really. So, okay, yeah, all right. It'll be welcomed. Best of luck to Ted and Pigeon. Let's see what becomes of that. Let's see if we even see any of that being accepted. It's doubtful, though. Face Puncher are very averse to the idea of accepting camouflage skins. Said that many times. We're more likely to see that being accepted. Well, this is odd. This is strange. I've already made a short video of this as well. I was like, this reminds me of something. Reminded me of the Conspiracy Nut hoodie. Do you remember that? With all like the little pins on it and whatnot? There's other skins with that, but yeah. Bright, colourful, pretty silly, but it's its own style. And if you appreciate that, consider voting for Algorithm's Wasteland King hoodie and pants set. Keep an eye out for the short video as well. Looks pretty interesting, but, we'll see what Face Punch thinks. Over to here, we have another attempt for a collection continuation. That right there is Black Alligator hoodie and pants. That's the version 1. I do believe the version 2 has like blood in it or something. Bit more of a red tint. Says it's got alpha. Where is the transparency then? So I'm looking. I'm thinking one's a little bit shinier than the other. I don't know. I do not know. If I were to just go here, the lighting isn't the best. It isn't the best, Mr. Viduka. It's quite hard to see what I'm looking at. Yeah, okay. Well, at the end of the day, it's Black Alligator hoodie and pants. If that were to be accepted, Black Alligator. Initially, with the Jungle Force Wipe update, we had the tier 3 being accepted, which was very nice. But then we got the tier 2 accepted, and that sold quite a lot less compared to the tier 3. Tier 3 essentially became like the Abyss tier 3. Came out first, sold a lot, but then the following pieces did not sell as much. If we do get these hoodie and pants, you should hope that it does around 20,000 subscribers, because then it would actually help out the tier 3. But the tier 2, my word, they'll go up in price by a lot then. And that would mean a nice blackout alternative option has been successfully finished, unlike the tire collection. How many times am I going to bring it up, Hedge? Every week. Anyway, so, yep, it's nice to see. Let's hope Face Punch actually does it. Or maybe they're waiting for complete the sets. Why would you hurt us this way? Can't you just give it to us? Alright, anyway, looks fine. Maybe we'll see an attempt for boots and gloves again. We'll see. Alright then, so, in regards to the pieces of the collection, so if I was to just quickly remind you of, well, I should have done that, should have clicked the things. Kilt, for example, how much is that right now? $2.32, 46 listings. If we see hoodie and pants, that's easily going up to about $4. I'm not joking. That's easily going to go up to about $4. Other people who own them will list theirs, though. That's like inevitable. But yeah, all right, looking pretty cool, looking pretty sweet. No complaints here. Yeah. Let's see if it works out. But in regards to all the clothing and armor this week, maybe you think it might have a decent chance. But then we see this. The jacket for Island Assault Collection has finally appeared. Yes. Now, let me remind you that the skin creator, that being Mr. Uncle, he initially only wanted to do clothing and armor set and just finish. Clothing and armor with a jacket and a backpack and then be done with it. And as you can see with the success rate, it's been pretty successful. Yep. So I'm pretty confident we'll be seeing that jacket. But let me remind you, he has basically started asking everybody, what would you like to see being made next? He realised lots of people really like the collection, there's huge demand for it, and he started asking around, what would you like to see? So in the Island Assault Collection discussion, he's basically asked, what would you like to see being added next? And you can see loads of people started offering their opinions. You're very likely not going to see anything like this happening until maybe next year, or at least the end of this year. But the jacket, it's nice to see that finally be submitted. What do you reckon the odds are of that being accepted pretty quickly? I should also point out, we do have another grey jacket, but it's like, oh my, what was it called again? I'm going to have to remind myself. because I've already made a video discussing this. I literally uploaded it today. What was it? Ice something? What was it? What was it? What was it? It is Urban Ice Jacket, $20. Yes. You might mention snow camo, but snow camo's like white and a bit of grey. It's a bit of an in-between. It doesn't really match up that well compared to that. But yeah, if we were to see a nice, interesting, non-reflective, non-shiny grey design for a jacket, I think a lot of people would appreciate that. Independently by itself, it would be appreciated. But to be part of the Island Assault collection as well. So let's just go over to here, look for the Island Assault collection. There we are. And as you'll see, prices haven't been super perfect. Now to see the tier 2 down in price, not too surprising. The amount of sales we saw here compared to these and these, yeah, it was a bit excessive. Fingers crossed though, the whole collection remains in demand, and with more skins potential on the horizon, at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, maybe we'll see a lot of reinvigorated interest. Post-Christmas 2026, we see the prices bump up. Oh yes, oh yes. Now, I should point out, as I said, I have a video right here, I literally uploaded it, give that a good look. Consider watching this video and just listen to all the details I'm aware of. Listen to all the interesting things that can be happening, but just remember, not everything is a guarantee, right? Maybe we'll never see another Island Assault skin being accepted. It's unfortunate, but you can't rule out that. So, okay, fair enough. Back over to here. So we'll see what becomes of this, but I will say, with a jacket skin being accepted, I would anticipate the hoodie and pants, the kilt, even the coffee can to spike them on, spike and price ever so nice. I would expect that. It's happened before with other collections, so we'll see. All right, we'll see. So a nice, interesting collection continuation. Let's see if it actually is accepted. And over to here, we've got some tier 3 pieces to talk about. So over to here, we have the Ancient Totem face mask produced by Kiyoshimio and Hinon. I showed this off in my little preview video for my stream. Nice sort of little ticky design, looking pretty sweet, looking pretty cool. Seems we don't have the chest plate here, so I'm going to go grab that as well. Let's go get a good look at that. And it's got like a focus of the chest plate right there on display. On the back, you have the scary looking face. So yep, looking pretty cool, looking pretty sweet. Best of luck to you two. And over to here, Crimson Shards Tier 3, produced by Fresh and Somebody Stop Me. It's nice, bright and reflective, like a broken mirror, if it were red. So yeah, looking pretty cool, nice and reflective. Not sure if that's what everybody wants, but hey, everybody has their own different taste. So feel free to comment below what you think in regards to that. Got a pretty interesting amount of transparency there. That's a very broken mirror. That's it, that's everything. That's all the clothing and armor skins. So out of all these skins, which one do you reckon has a very good chance of potentially being accepted? Which of these skins just happen to be your favourite? And out of all the skins today, feel free to comment below. You get the idea. Like, gather a batch of skins that really impressed you, write them down. It's nice to read them. So, that's all nice and dandy. But let's now talk about the current date. Go look at the date right now. Of course, it will be August 20, 2025. And I need to inform you of something pretty interesting. 10 years ago, Rust wasn't exactly the same looking game that we have. But a certain lead was happily writing on community updates, discussing plans that he wanted to do with, Rust, Mr. Gary, of course. And, well, a decade ago, literally 10 years ago, he announced the workshop for Rust. You got some initial goofy, silly looking designs, as you can see right there. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, look, that's a pretty interesting looking hoodie right there. Ooh. So, yeah, some of these skin creators were getting a shout out. Lots of interesting designs from the initial batch. But it took another couple weeks. And then, for the first time, we saw workshop skins being added to the Rust store. I'd like to sit here and say it's the 10-year anniversary now of Rust skins from workshop skins. Skin creator produced Rust skins. So if I were to quickly hop out of here, I can see this on both over here, and I can see it on the Rust Help website. But yeah, August 20, 2015. Let's go back over to here as well. Just to remind you, on the main, on the main store section, click that little bar right there. Scroll all the way over to here. This is what the first Rust all looked like. It was Face Punch made skins. These are all the skins now that you get as random drops after playing for a few hours. You get them like every couple months or so. And then what's the second store? So if I could just drag that back again. July 23, 2015. Oh, he got some beanie hats and boots and pants. Oh, what a lovely day it was. Face Punch was very generous. Oh, yes, they were. So, yes, we kept getting a lot of generic skins. They are slowly figuring out what they are doing. As I said, eventually they announced and brought in a workshop. And here you have the first ever skins made by skin creators. A very nice, wonderful looking Rustor. Now, you know, you could compare to today's skins and you might sit there and say, Hedge, they don't look that good. Shut up. There's a lot of heart in these. Like, funnily enough, not sure if anybody's fully well aware of this, but Gary actually made this. Was it actually him? We'll see. But yeah, look at that. If only he stuck to making skins, maybe we could have had some very lovely looking designs in the future after that. I'd love it if they did that as a Twitch drop. That'd be funny. Come on, Face Punch. Anyway, so yes. Initially, it wasn't insane with the designs, but it was the beginnings of many, many years of some very cool looking Rust Workshop skin designs. Oh yes, lots and lots of cool looking skins. Mostly shirts though. It's quite funny. Tons of t-shirts and shirt skins, we don't get them anymore. Bit funny, but yeah, hey look, it's a sleeper bag. Wow. So, yeah, that's what it was like initially. And so that, over the course of the next few days, something very interesting is going to happen. Maybe we might need to get a good visual of all these skins, maybe. Keep an eye out on my YouTube. I've got some surprises to show you. We'll just have to wait and see what that is. And so that, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to you in your investments. Just like to point out, I had this prepared a little bit earlier. Player count today, looking pretty good. I mean, how was it like 10 years ago? Cool. So we're talking about August 2015. Wow. That is quite the difference, I'd say. Quite the difference. Oh, yes, indeed. Whoa. Well, you know, took a while for everybody to get involved, appreciate what Rust is, and yeah, it is what it is. So, thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you all have a splendid week. And keep an eye out this weekend. I've got a big surprise. I'll catch you later. Goodbye.